Assalamu alaikum students. Now we're going to start question number 10. Remaining all the questions of practice set 1.2 are reduced. We have done question number 2 and 4 and now we will do question number 10. So this question is given in activity type. As you know, last time also some of the question I have given you in activity type. That means the boxes are given. So we have to solve in this way. Same steps should be there in your answer. No extra steps should be allowed in the solution. Whatever steps are there, same steps should be there in your solution also. Okay. And after writing the answer, you have to draw the box also, because it is having the specific marks and the specific question is there for this type of question. Whenever I will explain you the paper pattern, I will explain you in which question this type of question, that is activity based questions, are asked. Okay. So now we'll start question number 10 in the figure 1.44. So this is the figure for this question number 10. X is any point in the interior of a triangle. So X is here in the interior of a triangle. Join two vertices of triangle. This X is joined with point D, with point E, with point F, in such a way that PQ is parallel to DE. This PQ is given as parallel to DE and QR is parallel to EF. This QR is parallel to EF. These two are given to us, that PQ is parallel to DE and QR is parallel to EF. This is given to us. Then we have to fill in the blanks to prove that PR is also parallel to DF. This PR is parallel to DF. This we have to prove by completing these blanks. Okay, so now we will start our solution. So I have taken your same figure. X is in the interior of a triangle. I have joined with D, E and F. Okay, first of all, it is given in triangle XDE. In triangle XDE, this PQ is given as parallel to DE. This PQ is parallel to DE. And this is given to us in the question. See here, PQ is parallel to DE. It is already given. Therefore, in front of it, we have to write given. Okay. Now I will rotate this triangle in this way. If you will see here carefully, this triangle XDE, PQ is parallel to DE. That means one of the line is parallel to one of the side of a triangle. So we can apply the BPT here. So XP upon PD will be equal to XQ upon QE. Again, in triangle XDE, PQ is parallel to DE. Already it is given. Then we can apply basic proportionality theorem here. So basic proportionality theorem will be XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. So the same thing I have taken. XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. So I have filled in whatever is blank. I am writing here with the blue pen, so it will be easy to understand that with the blue pen I am writing in the boxes, blanks I am completing. And the reason is also, reason is already given, so it is basic proportionality theorem. Now next we have to take the next triangle, that is triangle XEF. In this triangle again, this QR is parallel to EF. It is also given to us, QR is parallel to EF. So we can write it is given. So see here, in triangle XEF, QR is parallel to EF. So it is given to us. So we have written here given. So whenever this QR is parallel to EF, again in this triangle also we can apply basic proportionality theorem. Then this XR upon RF will be equal to XQ upon QE. So same thing I have written here. This XR upon RF is equal to XQ upon QE. The reason also we have to write here, the blank was given, so we have written basic proportionality theorem. Now it is equation number 1 and it is equation number 2. Whenever we'll compare these two equations, this is the left hand side and this is right hand side. Whenever you will observe the right hand side of both the equations, see here XQ upon QE, XQ upon QE. Right hand sides are equal. Whenever the two equations are having their right hand side equal, their left hand side will also become equal. So in this way we can write from equation 1 and 2. We can say that from equation 1 and 2, these two left hand sides are also equal. That means XR upon RF will be equal to XP upon PD. So same thing we have taken here. XR upon RF is equal to XP upon PD, and here from equation 1 and 2. Now we'll see where these two ratios are in the figure. So see here, the first ratio is XR upon RF. XR. So I will rotate the figure in this way. See, this XR upon RF is equal to XP upon PD. So whenever these two ratios are equal, this PR will become parallel to DF. So we can say that this PR will be parallel to DF. Therefore, segment PR will be parallel to DF. It should be DF. Okay. But I have written here DE because here in textbook, see here DE is written. So I am showing here that it is the mistake given in the textbook. So in the place of this DE, DF should come, because here also it is asked DF. Okay. So this DE will not come. What we have to write here? We have to write here DF. Okay. So we will write segment PR will be parallel to segment DF. And the reason is, whenever we are proving that they are parallel, we are taking the reason converse of basic proportionality theorem. So in this way we have completed our question number 10. Again I will show you in the textbook how we have completed that. First of all, in triangle XDE, PQ is parallel to DE. This is given to us, so we can write given. After that we can apply the basic proportionality theorem. So XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. So XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. Here equation number 1, basic proportionality theorem. Then we will take the next triangle XEF. In this triangle QR is parallel to EF. This is also given to us. So we will write given. If these two are parallel, then again we can apply the basic proportionality theorem, that is XR upon RF is equal to XQ upon QE. So the first is XR upon RF will be equal to XQ upon QE. So XQ upon QE. Again the reason is basic proportionality theorem. Then in equation number 1 and 2, if we'll compare, their left and right hand sides are equal. XQ upon QE it is, okay. So right hand sides are equal. So if the right hand sides are equal, the left hand side will also equal. So we can write the either you can write this ratio first or this ratio first. I have written this first, so I will write the same. So XR upon RF is equal to XP upon PD. That means this XR upon RF is equal to XP upon PD. Therefore, this PR will be parallel to DF. So, PR will be parallel to DF. So, it will come DF, and the reason is converse of basic proportionality theorem. So, I hope you have understood this question. You have to do the practice. Remember, no extra steps should be included here. Okay, whatever steps are given in the solution, same step should be there in your solution also. If you want to write anything in rough, middle statement, so you can write in rough, but here you have to write only the statement which is already given to you in the question paper.